Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working together step by step through the ABRSM Theory Grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. There's also a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can access information about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of hints and tips on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time when you're working through your exam paper on exam day. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that'd be fab, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. And so now we're going to make a start on the 2015 Grade 2 past papers. So we'll turn to page 2 for the first page, the first question. And here we go. And so I always suggest that you have a go of this on your own first of all. Always work in pencil. You need a nice sharp pencil. I use a mechanical pencil just so that it stays nice and sharp. No doubt you will need an eraser and a ruler also. We'll keep it neat and tidy. So have a go of this on your own first of all, and then it doesn't matter if you make mistakes, you'll learn more thoroughly through those mistakes. And so now we'll check through these together. Question 1 asks us to add the missing bar lines to these two melodies. So there are two melodies, we've got two separate time signatures, so just watch out it's not a continuation. They give us the first bar line in each case. So here we've got 4 quarter notes, 4 crotchet beats per bar, and we need to add up what makes that equivalent. So we've got a 1 beat here, a half a beat and a half a beat give us 1, and then 2 beats there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's carry on like that. We've got a 1 beat here, 2 halves make 1. There's another beat. 2 halves make 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's where we are. Grab your ruler. There's the bar line. Carrying on, a 1 beat there. 2 halves make 1. 2 halves make 1. 2 halves make 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should leave us 4 beats at the end. We've got 1, 2 plus a dot again gives us another 1, that's 3, 4. There we go. And so now we're changing the time signature. We're counting 3/8 notes or 3 quaver beats per bar. So here we have 2 semi-quavers or 2 16th notes that make an 8th note or a quaver. So there's 1 quaver beat, 2 quaver beats, 3 quaver beats. This note here, we know that a crotchet or a quarter note divides into 2 quavers, and the dot after makes half as long again, so that gives us another 1. So there's our 3 quaver beats all in that 1 dotted crotchet or dotted quarter note. We've got a 1 quaver beat there, 1/8 note there. There's another 1, and these are half of a quaver, half of an 8th note. They're semi-quavers or 16th notes. So those two together will give us another quaver beat. So 1, 2, 3, bar line. Those two together make 1. Now there we've got a quaver beat, an 8th note. The dot after it makes half as long again, and if we add on this extra semi-quaver here, that's a semi-quaver's worth, that's a semi-quaver's worth. So those two with the dot and the note will give us an extra quaver beat or 8th note. So 1, 2 and a half, 3. And then that leaves us with 1, 2, 3 at the end. So that's that one completed. So let's just move on. Now this second question is no longer part of the revised exam paper, so we won't address this. In the 2018 and onwards exams, you're no longer required to continue a 4-bar rhythm. In the music theory and practice workbook, you will still get some examples of how to work this out, and I do suggest you have a go at a couple of them, purely as a means of getting some extra practice in counting out the number of beats per bar and also practicing grouping them correctly. But other than that, other than for revision purposes, it's no longer required. So we're going to skip on to the next question. And so now we'll move on to this next question where we're asked to rewrite this melody but without using a key signature. They've helpfully reminded us to include sharp signs where needed. The key is A major, and we can see we've got a key signature here of F sharps, C sharps and G sharps. So they're the accidentals that we're going to have to bear in mind. But before I do that, I'm just going to get all these blobs written in, and then I don't have to worry about any copying issues. I'm not going to be throwing any marks away for not copying something correctly. I'm keeping everything nicely aligned under there so I don't lose track where I am. Just tie that. So let's just get all these stems in, try and match that up. By all means, use a ruler. Shall I do the same? Just get all these blobs in place. So you just need to now be bearing in mind what the rules for adding accidentals are. And if you remember, an accidental lasts for a whole bar. So we've got a G sharp here. And so this G here doesn't need a sharp sign again, because it's already still active, it's still in place until the bar line cancels it, and then we'll need to add it in. So here we've got B, A, G, that's already sharpened forward. We've got an F, so we need to sharpen that. Then we've got an E. So this F sharp is already in place because it's still active there. That's a G sharp still because the accidental is still in place. So let's carry on. We've got an A, a B. So now we've got a G again, and the bar line's cancelled this accidental. So we need the G sharp again. E, D, C. So this C will need sharpening. This F will need sharpening again because it's been cancelled from the bar line onwards. We've got a B. So here's the C that will need sharpening again. But this one won't need sharpening because that sharp is still active until the bar lines cancel it. So that's the end of that question. Let's move on to question 4. So if you turn over the page to page 3. So we've got some intervals to create here. Above each note, so we're always counting from the bottom up. We're required to write a higher note, of course, because we're counting upwards, to create a harmonic interval that's been named. Harmonic interval is a harmony where the notes come together, so we place them one on top of each other, unlike a melodic interval where they come one after the other as if it was a melody. So here we've got to create some harmonic intervals and place them one on top of the other. We're in B flat major, so that explains this key signature. So all of that's taken care of. We've just got to count the blobs. And the only way you can perhaps go wrong here is if you forget to count the first note as 1. It's the first degree of the scale. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're always counting the lines and spaces, including the given bottom note. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's our octave, and we've gone from B flat to B flat, so that's correct. So if you've not done so already, I suggest you just hit pause, have a go of yourself, and then we'll check through those when you come back into the video. So we'll check through these now and just race through these. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, B, C, D, E. Of course it's E flat, but your key signature will deal with that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And of course, odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7 is line, 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 line. There we go. There. 1, 2 is the ledger line. 3 takes us to the space above that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 takes us to the line. There we go, that's that question completed. So we'll have a look at the next question in the next video. I hope that that's helpful to you. I hope it's of benefit, and I certainly hope that you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying working through it with you, that's for sure. If you can give me a like, that would be fab, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store, and please do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.